Hello everybody, welcome. This is a verbling class and my name is Amy. We're going to be talking today. This is a speaking class for intermediate to advanced students and our topic today is helping out. So the idea of helping, of volunteering, of giving help, of charity, of I don't know, just being there for people is kind of a big topic, and we're going to be discussing lots of different things about it today. Some of the questions we're going to be asking ourselves are, how do you help people in your life? Do you help people in your life? And if you do, who do you help and why? Do you think volunteering is a good thing to do? That's work without being paid. And what about on a bigger scale? Other countries, countries helping other countries? With what? With aid, with food, with politics. It gets to be a big topic. So we'll see how we go today. I think it's going to be fun. Come along and join us if you want to talk about helping and practice your English. So before we get started, let me just point out some important things for you that might help you with your experience here on Verbling. The first one is my Verbling Teacher Facebook page, which you can see in the chat box now. Go ahead, click on that and follow me if you're interested in keeping up to date with some things that are going on. Leave me some comments, leave me some questions, leave me some class ideas if you like. And I check back there often and try and put out some stuff when it's relevant to something we've been studying in class. The other good link that could be handy for you is my Verbling teacher page. So all of the teachers have one of these. If you click on the blue follow button, you can be automatically notified of the teachers' classes when they come up, so you don't have to keep checking. You'll also see my calendar. That's for tutoring slots if you're interested in private tutoring. And you'll see the messaging system. So if you are interested in finding out a bit more or you want to ask something, just write a message to the teacher via that and they'll get back to you. So there are the most important pages for you that might help you with your experience on Verbling. We're going to say hi to our students now. Just want to remind you that this is a speaking class for intermediate to advanced speakers and our topic today is helping out. Alright, so who do we have today? Let's have a look and we'll say hi. First of all, we've got Saiban. Hello.
Hi, teacher. How are you today?
I'm great today, Saiban. How are you? You didn't go to Mars yesterday, then? You're still on Earth?
Yeah. Thank you, teacher. Yeah, actually, I'm working. I just focus on studying language and prepare for the IELTS, as you know.
Yes. How's it going?
It's good. Actually, I just right now, before I joined the class, I just read the article. I have 9 books IELTS, the Cambridge books. So I training on these books and observe the time because the time is really important. It's the time that should be considered by the trainer. And I should really be careful with the time, and I should manage my time according to the to the role that I have in the test teacher.
That's absolutely right. Yeah, one of the unfortunate things about exams is that you do have to plan it really carefully. Half of it is just knowing how to take an exam well, and then the other half is obviously knowing the material. So we'll keep working on it, Saiban. I'm sure that you'll get there. You sound like you've got everything under control to me.
Okay, thank you, teacher. Thank you for encouraging
Good
me.
to have you today. You're a great contributor. All right, let's see who else do we have. We have Ryan.
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes. How are you?
Excellent. I'm very well. And how do I say your name?
More used.
All right, so I thought I recognized your picture. Did you change that? I mean, is your connection any better? Because we just saw each other in the last class. But there's still a delay, but I can hear you okay now.
I had to start my computer, I run Wi-Fi, all things to attend. I hope I will have a good connection.
All right, it sounds much better. Congratulations on achieving that already. So welcome, and let's hope we can talk to you a bit more this class. All right, let's say hi again to Raphael.
Hello, Amy.
Hello. Now, it's good to have you in this class, Raphael, because you recently, I remember you did that speech which was talking about motivation. Did you mention anything to do with helping people in your speech? By any chance?
Yes, I mentioned some words about it. Since motivation, I try to give them examples and how motivation, because they were a group, they work as a team, so everyone must help everyone in order to. If someone is in trouble, he faces some difficulties. I mentioned a little bit about be helpable, be
Helpful.
helpful, and provide and share efforts in order to help someone, to help our friends.
All right. I think that's really important. I think this is a really interesting topic because it's well, I'm going to talk about it in a moment. I'm just going to say hello to Alan. Hello.
Hello, Amy. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Alan, have I met you before?
Yes, I guess this is my second or third class with you.
Okay, I'm sorry. I don't remember exactly where you're from. Tell me a bit about yourself. Jog my memory for me, will you?
Yes, I'm from Mexico.
Okay.
Yeah, 25 years old.
And are
Single.
you a drummer?
Yes, I play the drums.
Very cool. I just asked that because your picture is obviously a drum. Do you play drums in what kind of drums? A band, an orchestra?
I band.
What kind of music does your band play?
Kind of rock pop.
Rock pop, very cool. All right, do you write your own stuff or do you play covers?
Covers.
And what kind of covers? Would I know any of the bands that you cover for?
Mostly we play gospel songs because
Gospel.
yes, we're part of the music group of the church.
Ah, okay. Well, me too, except I play the piano, not the drums.
Wow.
All right, well, it's good to have you in the class. Welcome. All right, so guys, today our topic is helping out. Oh, and we'll just say hi to Johnny. Johnny, I was just about to start and he popped in. How are you? Don't forget to unmute yourself, though. Are you there, Johnny? Can you hear me?
Hello. Hello.
How are
I
you
can hear
doing?
you.
Good.
Good. How are you?
Excellent, thank you. You've just made it before I started introducing the topic one more time, so welcome. So guys, today what we're going to be talking about is helping out. We'll start off by talking about helping out in the smallest sense of the word, and then depending on how much time we have, we'll talk about bigger versions of helping out. So I just want to ask you first of all about you. So how do you help people? Who do you help? What in your life do you spend time on helping others? What do you do for them? And how do you do it? And who do you do it for? So I'm going to ask this to Saiban first of all. Do you help anyone in your life, Saiban? And who are they? What do you do for them?
Oh yes, teacher. Actually, I really like to help people, especially the people that are disability, and I try to especially the senior people. I try to help them. For example, if I see many several times, I try to help some. There are in my country. I always we our house where I mean it is close to the mosque. So there are always I saw usually I see some person who walk to the mosque. So I just get out from house and held his arm, I mean his how can I say his hand and guide him to the mosque. Yeah. I mean, this is a short story. And another example for me, I don't want to waste time. It is the animal. Actually, one day when I get come out from mosque, I saw a cat in under the car. So and I mean, she cannot. I don't know, she or he. I mean, it cannot move because her legs, behind legs, were I mean were broken. So I just tried to hold it, but it bite me. And second time I hold I hold it, and I keep it in the safe place, teacher.
And what happened to the cat? Did it recover?
Actually, in my country, we don't have anyone to take care for the animals. We don't have pet. People don't care about pet. Don't arise the pet inside the home. So I just keep it in here. I don't know what's happened, but and we don't have any hospital for the animal. Unfortunately, in my country, this or if we have just this hospital for the animal, I mean the farmer animal, I mean a sheep, or I mean the cow, not for the pets. I mean we don't have a pet in my country. So
Right.
this is just the too short story about my helping. Actually, I really want to help my family too, and that's disability people, teacher.
All right. So, say people with disabilities or
Yeah,
disabled people.
or yeah, yes, poor people or something like that. Yeah, yes, teacher.
All right. I think it's interesting that it sort of depends on maybe where you live, what country, whether you live in the city or the countryside, as to what types of things you might do to help other people. Let's find out whether that's true or not. So let's ask um, Ryan or Amin, what do you do to help other people in your life, if anything, and who are they?
How can I help them?
Do you do anything? Do you have a specific role? Like, do you, I don't know, for example, do you help people walk to the mosque, like Saiban said? Do you cook food for sick people? I don't know. What is there anything you do in your life that you can think of? Do you look after your kids? Help them with their homework? Do you have kids?
Yes, I have
Okay.
I have two books. Okay, I think helping people can have many, I mean, many ways, many gestures, or many manners for that. Sometimes we can help people just talking to them,
Yeah.
analyzing if there are some problems, and
Mm-hmm.
it helps them a lot, I think.
Mm-hmm.
We talk about, I mean, on financial way, or with money. Sure,
Mm-hmm.
if someone asks me about something, sure, I'm going to help him or her as well as I can. On streets, sure, we every day meet people, all people who need more uh, attention from us.
Mm-hmm.
So sure, I care about them a lot. Sometimes when I am driving my car and I see an event in which mm, I am needed
Mm-hmm.
to help someone, yes, without thinking, I do it.
All
So
right.
I think help, it's a part, or it is a part which exists in every person, normal person, not sick, normal
Mm-hmm.
person living on this earth.
All right. Thank you. Great, great little introduction there, I mean. Just a couple of things, because this brings out some English points. So there's a difference between saying that you care about somebody or something and that you care for somebody or something. If you say I care about, it means it's the feeling you have. So I really care about my friend John. It means that you love them. You've got feelings of goodness about them. If you say I care for them, it means that you're helping them in some way. So I care for my friend John. That means that you do something for
Uh, I think teacher was phrase.
Sure.
Oh, I thought it was my computer.
Oh yeah,
I
No,
thought
no,
that
let's
it's
see the
my
computer.
problem.
It's
no,
not
It
our
no.
seems
problem. It's
her.
just teacher was praised.
Yes.
Mhm.
Hey teacher, come back. Johnny, it's my first time you open your video and your camera. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's the first time because I saw. I saw for many time. I mean, we have been in the same. But it is the first time that you open your camera.
Yeah.
Ah, teacher, come back. You are muted. Ah, there you are.
Okay, sorry guys. I got kicked out. The internet doesn't like me today. I was just going to ask
As
Raphael.
you said, it's
Raphael,
funny today with connection.
pardon?
It is a funny connection today, as you
It does
said.
seem to be, doesn't it? Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Anyway, here we are, back again. I apologize if I've missed what you were saying. Would you mind repeating it for me? Raphael, what did you say anything while I was gone?
No, no, it wasn't me.
Alright, so Amin was still talking. I'm never sure when I get cut off because I don't notice until none of you respond
You
and
were
then I think, uh-oh.
you were explaining us difference between care
Yeah,
for and care about. Yes.
alright.
Uh,
Excellent. So care
care about and to care for. Yes.
Okay, so does everyone get that? I'm going to type something along those lines in the chat box so that you don't have to hear me too much. While I'm doing that, we'll welcome David briefly. Hi, David. And we're just talking about helping people. So, Raphael, can you tell me, do you help people in your lives? How do you help people? What do you do for them? And who are they?
Well, what can I say? Just in my company, when I help uh, when I help newbies in order to do these tasks, because they have uh, lack of experience. They don't have enough experience to their duties. So I try to I try to help them, give him hints and teaching them the procedures in order to make them qualified for the job. They are
Mm-hmm.
because they are only because they are still in the training time. Not exactly, they are trainers. They are trainees.
Mm-hmm.
So I help them, so giving them experience.
All right. That's great. That's a very specific and good example. Let's ask Johnny. Johnny, what do you do and why and who do you do it for?
Well, I like to help people in different ways. Like when I am talking to my friends, I like to give them my time and to advise them when they are having problems or sort of thing, right? And it depends on the people actually. But tonight actually, me and my dad were like separating clothes for homeless because it's really cold here in my city, and we are kind of doing some work for charity as well, and those kind of things that we think that is important. So depending on the person, I like to help them out in different ways, and I do my best to do that. Right? I think just giving my time to try to help them is already something,
Mm-hmm.
but it depends on the person actually.
All right. Good point. Good point. So there's different ways that you can help people. I think we've
Yeah.
mentioned also, Amin mentioned, like, you can either help them financially, you can help them physically with something practically, food or lifting things, or you can help them like maybe spiritually or emotionally, like problems that they're having. So there's a lot of different ways that we can help people. Let's ask David. David, what do you do? How do you help people in your life? And who are they?
What I do? I don't know.
Can you think of anything? I'm sure that everybody helps other people in some ways, but maybe you've got to think about it for a moment to recognize how you actually do.
Yeah, it's
Do you want to have a
good.
think?
It's good helping people.
Why? Why is it good? Why do you think it's good to help people? Your opinion. Are you there, David?
Yes, I'm here.
You're thinking.
Okay, no. It's good helping people. I feel good when I help someone.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I think that's probably like something that we maybe don't realize so much because I definitely also feel good when I help people. I'm going to come back to that in one moment. I'm just going to ask now Alan. Alan, what do you do in your life to help people and who are they?
Okay. It comes to my mind to speak about, for instance, in my church. In fact, I began to play the drums because my pastor need someone to help him with the drums. So I
Mm-hmm.
started to play the drums about, I guess, 3.5 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
and now I'm part of the band. And well, this is an example, um, and I'm not saying that it's because of me, but now there is more people getting involved. Sometimes we just see uh, uh, the same people participating, but when you see new people getting involved, it become to create like something different, and
Mm-hmm.
more people want to participate,
Mm-hmm.
and now we're having more volunteers that also want to be part of the band, and that's cool.
That is very cool. So you're
Yes.
saying that you actually started to learn the drums only because your church needed a drummer and they didn't have one, right?
Yes, in fact, I have never have played the drums, but You know, I really, as you said, it's good to help people. It also leaves you a good feeling, and I don't know. I'm so grateful with God, so I decided to participate as volunteer.
All right,
Yes.
you bring up some really good points, Alan. I want to ask another question. Um, so I think most of us agree that if you do help somebody, you feel good, right? It makes you feel good. Do you think it's easier to help somebody than it is to actually be helped? Are you good at asking for help when you need it? Do you find it more difficult to ask for help than to help, or the other way around? What's the balance of being helped and helping in your life? So let's ask Saiban first. Saiban, are you good at receiving help? Do you ask for help yourself?
Oh, absolutely. Even if I need a teeny tiny help, I will ask, and I don't shy because I have actually, thanks for God, that I have a circle of people. They are really, really good people around me. Even in the U.S. right now, I am living with a family. He's my father's friend. He never met me, and he welcomed me in his family, and I live with him without paying any money to him for 2 months. That is
Wow.
absolutely, yeah, absolutely honor. I mean, how can I say it is good thing for. I mean, good behavior from this person. I mean, so I mean, when I need help, yes, I will ask. And I asked this person, and my father asked him. And when I come to the Dallas, he welcomed me in his family without any embarrass things, or without any embarrassing. And yes, so why not? When I was in the Pennsylvania, I always ask, not American actually, the Kurdish people were in my farm with I mean from my country. They're really good person, and they help me. They even give me money when I need. I mean, according to my society, because our society, we have a really strong relationship between among each other, among
Mm-hmm.
each other. So it is make our I mean it's make our to ask the help without embarrass, without because it's I mean is the our right. I mean as a Kurdish for I mean when I ask someone in the Pacific or the America, when I ask them help, he say it's not I mean honorary. It's your right to ask because you are Kurdish and I'm Kurdish. I should ask. I should help you. Not just Kurdish. I mean, I have some American people. They are really good people. They give me right. They help me. They do everything. So why not? I ask them, and it is there are balance. You are right between ask. Helping and help someone. I mean, so it is the same teacher. I mean, if someone asks help, ask me. Ask me to help him. I will help him absolutely without doubt. I will ask, and I mean certainly I will help him or assist him in any if he need teacher or
All
she.
right.
Yeah.
Saiban, that's really nice to know. I think that it's great to hear that you aren't shy about asking for help, and also you're very willing to give help. I think that creates a nice flow and probably works best for you. Is there anybody
Yeah.
here though who finds it really difficult to ask for help, who sort of like struggles, or
Yes.
maybe, yeah? Tell me about it. Why? Why do you think?
Well, I feel embarrassed to ask for help, actually. You know, I do like people help me, but I don't know how to ask. And I think that is the problem, right? Because, like I said, I like to help more than be helped. But
Hmm.
when you don't ask for help, people will not know how to help you. You know, that's what I'm saying. Sometimes people wants to be helped, but they don't want to ask for it. And the others will not know how to do that and how to help you if you don't ask. You needed to know how to ask, and but sometimes people just like me feel embarrassed to ask, so that's why
Yeah.
they are not receiving help from the others. You know what I'm saying?
That's so true, Johnny. But why do you think people feel embarrassed? Can you put your finger on it? Why do you feel embarrassed asking for help? Is it that you feel you should be able to do things on your own?
Yes, it depends on the situation. People are afraid to what others are going to think about them. Oh, you are so weak to face the problems. It's not big deal for them, but they think that you can hold by yourself, but you can't. So that's why you think what others are going to say about you if you ask them help for some kind of situation, right? And you feel afraid what people are going to think about me. They are going to think that I am such a weak person or whatever, and they feel afraid what the others are going to say. So that's why they don't want to ask, but they like to be helped anyways.
Yeah, that's true. I think Saiban could teach us a lesson here, Johnny.
Come on, Johnny, you can't ask anyone if you need help, if you're in the dangerous situation. Why not? Come on.
Yeah, people are waiting for you to go there, and I know that you need help, and I will help you. People are waiting for that. But you can't just wait for the people because they don't have a crystal ball. They don't know when you are in troubles or not. That's the point, right?
Yeah,
so
absolutely. I think what I try to do sometimes, Johnny, is to remember that when somebody asks me for help, I first of all feel quite honoured that they asked me, and then I usually enjoy helping them. It's not really very often a burden. It's not, and I don't usually think, oh, what a weak loser. So when I need help, I try to remember that and think, well, possibly, maybe it's a good idea to choose carefully who you ask for help, but try to also get over your embarrassment by remembering that when you're asked, it's something good, right? And they're in that position, and you're sort of giving them that opportunity. I don't know. What do the rest of you guys think? What do you think, Raphael?
I still have this old-fashioned approach of living in not asking for help because, as you mentioned, I don't know, I really consider it as a sign of weakness. When I ask for help, it means that, well, in my mind, I definitely, okay, you are unable to do this. You can't do this thing. It's something I don't know. It's hard to me to accept this, to accept this weakness, this limitation. On the other hand, I feel more pleasure helping people because it's, as you, it's good for. It helps me with my self-esteem, and but I don't like to be helped. I only ask for help in the latest situation, in the worst case scenario, or worst, the latest situations. But I ask for only when I am really in the need of help, just. But normally I don't like to ask for help.
All right, I can totally understand this, Raphael. I'd say it's not just a male thing either, because I experience the same. Just want to ask David. David, do you ask for help from people easily or never?
I don't like to need help, but I feel good when I help someone. When I can help someone, it's good.
So you're similar to Raphael?
I think so.
All right. And what about Alan? Alan, tell us about you. Are you good at asking for help? You're clearly very good at giving help.
I guess I'm the same as Raphael and David. Um, uh, I mean, when I really need help, I know I have to, and so I go ahead and ask for help. But it depends on the case. I just can't remember a situation when I was embarrassed of asking for help. No, but
Can't
I
think of
guess
a specific.
yeah, I guess I'm not so bad asking for help, but
All
it's
right,
not
so not
like
too bad.
but it's not
Um,
like something that I like.
Okay. So let me bring in another point. Some of us have just talked about how we find it difficult to ask for help because we think it's a sign of weakness, perhaps, or we're embarrassed. But consider this, okay? If you feel embarrassed about asking for help, and you do it, perhaps that's actually completely the opposite, and perhaps it's actually a sign that you're very strong because you're willing to admit that you're not perfect and that you realize you have something missing or you're not able to deal with something, and yet then you tell people about it. Do you not think that that's actually more of a sign of strength than it is of weakness if you look at it from that point of view? Let's see what Amin says. What do you think?
Could you just repeat, please, your last question?
Okay, so we've all
Because
been saying.
because I had a question to ask other here. I didn't follow you. I'm sorry.
No
Could you
problem. Yeah,
just
feel free to type your question in the chat box, as well. Um, what I was saying is that if some of us feel a bit inferior because we're too embarrassed to ask for help and then we do it anyway, is that not a sign of strength rather than weakness? Because it means that we're admitting something inside of ourselves is missing or we're not coping, and we're still willing to overcome that by asking for help. What do you think? Do you understand what I mean?
yeah, yes. I guess I have understood, but maybe I didn't understand 100%.
Mm-hmm.
But I got some words like strength, right? Weakness.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Actually, my point or my idea is I have just heard three or four opinions which were the same.
Yeah,
I never ask for help, but I enjoy help others.
correct.
Maybe, yes, maybe it's a kind of maybe between quotes a superiority
Mm-hmm.
because if I enjoy, if I help others, how can I enjoy that in case that I never accept from them or from others any help? It's a kind of contradiction here. You give something with a big smile, but you never take from others. So,
Absolutely.
no, yes, it was my question that I wanted to ask. For me, or my in my opinion, no. I help others. I accept being helped by others,
Mm-hmm.
but it depends because there are people who good or better qualified for that purpose. Okay, if you help me today, don't come to me in 1 week and repeat me the same sentence or the same words a billion of times. Oh, listen, my friend, I don't forget I helped you that day. I gave you this. I told you that, etc., etc. I hate this behavior. So if I ask someone, it should be, or it's he should or he must be a good person. In terms of education. I'm sorry, my English is not very good.
No, you explained very
maybe
well.
The idea is my mind, but I can't transmit you.
No, you've explained it really well. What I'll do is briefly just summarize your main points, right? Just to clarify. So the first point is that if you're willing to give help but not accept it, in some way, maybe that is sort of a superiority. And I like the way that you put that, because it's sort of along the same lines as what I was talking about. If you're able to receive help, maybe you're a stronger person because you're not putting yourself above others. You're willing to show your weaknesses to other people. So that's one thing that you mentioned. And the other is that if you give help to somebody, it shouldn't be conditional. It shouldn't be like, keep a scoreboard, I gave you this, you owe me one, mate, type thing, right? It should be just given, and then that's that.
Yes.
All right, who would like to comment or reply to what Amin just said?
I was thinking about something a little bit different. It is a conclusion that I made. I think people sometimes help you waiting for expectations, like you do that for me and I will do that for you. And I think sometimes people don't like helping because what if that person who has helped you needed to be helped, and you don't know how to do that? Like you lend $100 for someone, and now you need that $100 back, and that person that lends you that money don't have to give you. You will think like, oh, I helped that person, and that person doesn't want to help me, So that's the thing, because people sometimes help waiting for something back, from that person that you helped, So
Yep.
it's bad when people help others thinking about. I just forgot the word that it's in my mind, but I forgot. So they help waiting for something back. So
Payback.
Yeah, payback. There you go. So they're waiting for that. So that's not the point to help someone. Like, you don't need to wait for something back. Just help because you feel like you needed to help. Yeah, to help the others, because you need to think about the feeling of helping someone that is in need, So I think that's the point about to help others.
Yeah, absolutely. Just now that you've mentioned those words, those specific words, Johnny, to get payback or to pay somebody back, that's not necessarily money. It could be anything, right? But it just reminds me of this movie called Pay It Forward. Has anyone seen it? It's an American movie.
No.
No? It's
No.
one of those really kind of feel-good movies. If you want to, like, cheer yourself up about how humanity is not that bad, watch it. Because it's a great movie. I saw it years ago, but it just reminded me of it just then. And it's about this guy who pays something forward. So the idea is that you don't help the person who helped you, you help somebody else. And then it kind of travels along rather than just being between two people. So that same idea, Johnny. All right, anyone else want to make any comments on what Amin said or what Johnny said?
Yes, teacher. Can I share my opinion?
Sure.
Okay. Actually, it's yes. That's this reason that is prohibit or inhibit many people to ask the helping, because as you mentioned that this maybe he will say paid back the help. So I agree with you, but actually. According to my religion, I'm not sensitive, I'm not racist, but in our religion prohibit as a Islam, prohibit us for embarrass someone. If I ask someone and I every day remind him, oh, do you know that day I helped you? That day, I mean, I helped you. Remind him. Absolutely, this it's not helping. It's annoying. If I don't help this one, it will be better. If I, if I help him. So I mean, it's really terrible to follow someone help, reminding that. I mean,
Oh,
I
are you?
help. Yeah, teacher. I'm sorry. Can you hear me right now?
I can. You cut off, and I thought it was me, but no, it was you. Okay, continue.
I'm sorry, teacher. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry to wasting time. I'm really sorry.
You're not wasting time. You're sharing some valuable information.
Okay, teacher. So I just want to say that I agree with the other classmate that we shouldn't remind someone that I help him, but we shouldn't forget someone help us.
Mhm.
Not just paid back, but it should be. Shouldn't be forget. It should. Always look this person as a good person. I think,
Mhm.
teacher. It's my opinion.
All right, so we're sharing a lot of really interesting things this class. Thank you, all of you. I've got a question now about volunteering. So volunteering basically means, whoops, there's a G on there, that you do work without being paid, right? And a lot of organizations rely on volunteers for them to work. Um, is volunteering the same as helping? Is it important? Do any of you volunteer in a specific area? So who would like to answer that? I'll leave it open. If you've got something to say about volunteering, what do you think about it? Is it important? No?
I
Does
think it's
anyone here?
important
Yeah, why, Raphael?
um, because depends on the task, depends on which favor you're going to do, depends on the people you're going to help, because they're mostly uh, most of them they are not they're probably they don't have resources to pay for your help, so and I think it's important to volunteer, not only for them but also for us. So yes, it's
Yeah.
important.
When you mean organizations like help those people in needs, right? Like
Mhm.
homeless or
Yep.
this kind of people, right?
Yep.
I just mentioned in the beginning of the class that I don't participate actually, but my dad does. It's kind of organization that helps homeless people, and this evening he was separating, like I said, clothes for homeless because it's really cold here, and they need to be warm to face the bad weather that we are having in my city. And not only this, but also my daddy and his friend go to the street to give them food and some kind of things that homeless people and people in needs needed to have. The basic things like food, clothes, and kind of things. So it's something that they do all the time.
Oh no, she
Yeah, she
left
got
us.
frozen.
Oh my god.
Come on, continue.
Go
Uh,
ahead, Johnny. Go
yeah,
ahead.
yeah, Johnny,
Your
go
idea.
ahead. Why you interrupt yourself?
So all of, do you guys do volunteer work? Is that common in your cities and you? Is,
Yeah, in my Syria war began. began this. A lot of we've got a lot of Syrian refugee come from Syria, and a lot of organization volunteers and the necessity of life. Give it to him the necessity of life, like the food, clothes, everything that they need.
I see.
In my city, it's not very common.
Welcome back, Amy.
I think that
Thank you.
big companies are a very common example of volunteer workings, but I don't know my city, and I guess I could say that in most of the part of my country, there are not many volunteers or volunteer works. How do you call that? A volunteer work?
Yeah, volunteer work.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yes, and I think that it's because of the lack of perhaps communication or inviting people or universities. Uh, I didn't remember when someone invited me to be a volunteer of something, and that's very strange. But yes, in my country, it's not very common.
I think it's. I want to ask one more question just about volunteering. Do you guys think that it's necessary to have everything yourself, like to have all the resources you need to live your own life before you volunteer, or can you just volunteer whenever? Do you need to have enough time? Do you need to have enough money, or can you just go ahead and do it? What do you guys think?
Can I share my opinion, teacher?
Sure.
Excuse me, please.
Excuse me, Ibrahim.
Okay. Ibrahim,
No,
it's good to see you. Come talk to us in a moment. I'll just let Saiban give his opinion. I'll come to you, okay?
okay, I wouldn't waste time. I'll just give it shortly.
Okay.
Okay. I actually, teacher. It's not. It's. Up to the work that you volunteer for. Means, it depended on the what work. What activity you will volunteer. So as I mentioned earlier for the classmate, since the Syria began, the Syria civil war began, a lot of Syria suddenly come from Syria and become refugee. And right now, just in my city, we have 126,000 refugee in my country. In my cities, just in my city, and they need in that terrible campus. In this case, if you have time or not, is that like disaster? They need help. They need urgent help. You should help him if you have a time or not. So it is up to the event. Maybe sometime they really need to your help, and it is urgent. So it doesn't matter if you have a time or not. You should volunteer in some cases. So it's really important in some cases to be volunteer, and because they are humanity, so they are human being. So we should volunteer in some cases, especially when there are a specific disaster, teacher.
Thank you, Saiban. Saiban, can I just ask you, which city do you live in?
I live in Dahok, which is the north part of Iraq, in northeast. How can I say, on the border, Turkey and Syria, teacher.
All right. Thank you. Ibrahim, it's good to see you. Tell us what you were going to say.
How are you? Everyone?
Good, I'm great. Thanks.
I am not Ibrahim. I am Abdul Hakim. I'm using my friend account, and
okay.
I speak to you. It's good to see you and to speak to you. I want to speak about volunteer and helping people, poor people, and those who want to give money, and you know that sometimes you must help the poor people. And you are you listening to me?
Absolutely. I can hear you perfectly. Keep going.
What's the main subject of this conversation,
The main
please?
subject is helping out.
Helping out?
Hmm.
Oh, it's very, very good that I'm helping you. I am. Are you? Uh, are you listening to me?
Yes, for sure.
Hello.
Can
Come on,
you
man.
hear me?
The class is gonna finish.
Go
Okay.
ahead. Continue, please, Osama. Is it Osama?
Not Osama. Not Osama. I
What's your
told
name?
you. I tell you before that. I am Abdul Hakim.
Ah, Abdul. Okay, sorry,
Abdul
Abdul.
Hakim. Abdul Hakim. You know what's the meaning of my name?
No,
The slave of Allah.
I didn't know that, but now I do. Thank you. Continue. You were saying something very interesting, Abdul Hakim. Continue, please.
Yes, yes. It's about volunteer in our religion. We must give the poor people and the sick people and older people. We must speak with them and help them and give them what they want.
Mhm.
And it's a base or what it's like what we can say original or something uh, absolutely base. You know that base?
Absolute
It's basic.
basic. Okay.
Basic. Yes,
Mhm.
it's basic. You must help the older people. You know that,
You must help
and
everyone. Mhm.
everyone. No, not in the color. No racism. You know that.
Mhm.
If they're black or white, no problem. You must help them.
All right.
And the older people, you must respect them. And
Mhm.
also to the young people, you must you know that speak with them and treat them by mercy. You know that.
Okay. Sure. All right. Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you,
thank
Abdul
you.
Hakim. No, it's really interesting to find that out about your religion. I must say that that's a very valuable thing to have as part of Islam, and I really respect that. So
Thanks.
thank you, all of you. We're going to have to finish this interesting discussion so I can let you go. But it's been great having you all in class. Thanks for sharing.
When we coming back, please.
When we're coming back, you'll have to check out my class calendar, Abdul Hakim, and just see when another class is. But for now, we've finished talking about this topic, okay? If you have anything
Okay.
else to say, feel free to go and write some stuff on my Facebook page. I'll give you the link.
I
And
am
if
very
anyone else
pleasure
wants to make
to
any
speak with
comments,
you.
then it's been a pleasure to
Thanks.
meet you all. All right,
Pleasure
so
to meet you.
take care, everybody,
Thank you,
and
me.
I'll see you
Thank
Okay.
again.
you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you
Bye.
for being patient with us. Thank you. Goodbye.
All right, bye.